For almost every Excel user, the most commonly used function is sum, S-U-M. It's so frequently used that in Excel, in the ribbon, we see a special button for summing twice. We see it on the Home tab in the editing group on the right-hand side. It's called AutoSum. It's the Greek letter sigma. We also see it on the Formulas tab on the left side. In both cases, there's a drop arrow associated with it, which we will also see in a minute or so here. The AutoSum button is designed to add from the left or from above, and many Excel users encounter it practically on day one of Excel. We're in cell G2. We want to add the cells from the left. In either case, we can click AutoSum, and Excel tells us what it's about to do. And even if you were brand new in terms of using functions, I think as soon as you see what we're seeing here, you're going to figure out what it's going to do. It says sum B2 colon F2, and sure enough, it's going to add up all those numbers. And typically we do what? We press enter or we click the button again. And it doesn't take you too long to get confident with that. So next time around, possibly, if it's just a single cell, why not double click on AutoSum? Makes it a little bit faster. Another thing we can do too, if we want a total right here, we could certainly do what we just did. Again, Excel does sense numbers from above and from the left, but you can also highlight the data that you want to have a total for. And if there's as in this case, a cell below it that's empty, we can click AutoSum once and the total goes below it. Or a slight different variation on this, certainly no better, but pretty much the same. Highlight these cells and include the active cell there, click AutoSum. Occasionally you will reach an ambiguous situation. What if we want to add up these cells here? We want to use AutoSum right here, but there are numbers from above. We click AutoSum, what happens? Excel looks upward first. We want to override it. We simply highlight these cells. Fast and easy. A keystroke shortcut for this, by the way, in all these examples is Alt equal. And since often you're using the mouse to move around, it isn't always the best keystroke shortcut, but here and there it's going to be handy as well. Now, we might want to put totals on the right-hand side here. And certainly one way to do this, and a common way, is to use AutoSum first in cell H12. Nothing wrong with that, of course, and then copy it downward. You can do it even faster with double clicking. So that's certainly a standard way. But how about highlighting these ahead of time first and then clicking AutoSum once? That'll do it. And again, just to reiterate the previous point, how about Alt equal? Does the same thing. We might just as easily want to put totals here, same general idea. AutoSum. Could we put totals on the bottom and on the right-hand side together? We sure can. Highlight the data this way, press AutoSum or Alt equal, we're all set. And in all these examples too, if you wanted to do something other than adding the cells, now that's not quite as common as adding, but what if we wanted to put in, for example, averages, or we wanted to find the highest or the lowest? Earlier, I had alluded to the idea that AutoSum in both of its locations is accompanied by a tiny little drop arrow. So let's imagine here we click that little drop arrow and we see average. So what are we going to get on the perimeter of the highlighted cells here at the bottom? Averages. There we are. So take advantage of that too. Average is certainly very, very common. And min and max, high and low, are also out there. Maybe back up here. We want to know the highest. AutoSum with its drop arrow, max. Enter. Fast and easy. Take advantage of the fact that AutoSum has these other choices, and you certainly can lead into other functions this way as well too. Wouldn't say that's necessarily fast, but again, it's a sensible way to get to data. We want to do a standard deviation maybe here. I'll get rid of these and these. Click the arrow for AutoSum. More functions. Recently used. All. Click S. Down to standard deviation and so on. Or variance, whatever it is you want. So I'm not making a strong case for saying this is the best way to do it, but it does give you entry into functions this way as well too. Maybe this way. Highlight the cells. We're done. So AutoSum and its companion features provide you with some quick, easy ways to get tabulation type data into a worksheet quickly.